Gotta move that camera. There. Hey guys. Hey Harold. Hey Nitro Addiction. Hey Corey. We got a different one today, just before everybody gets loaded in here. We're gonna put an engine in a buggy today. Hey Compass. It's pretty shitty weather here today. It's raining and cold. I got the furnace running today in the shop, nice and warm. Figured good day for doing some wrenching. Hey, all aspects. Hey, Compass. So, I guess we'll get going. It's a few minutes past. We can wait a couple more minutes yet, see who else piles in here, but usually -4. Yeah, it was actually, I looked at my doorbell camera last night about 2 o'clock in the morning. There was about 3 inches of snow, and then by the time I got up this morning, it was all gone. So I'll take it. I knew somebody would spot this pipe. This CPV racing pipe with the baffled with the twin exhaust. I did set the baffles in it, so it's sprung loaded inside for what compression you want held in the pipe. It's kind of a different one. You don't get those very often anymore. When we build this thing, I was gonna kind of ask you guys what pipe you wanted to do, if you wanted to do an original. This is an original OFNA pipe. It's a little bit beat up, stinger's kind of bent a little bit, or the CPV. The CPV does sound pretty cool. Kind of has a really goofy reverberation to this thing. It's kind of a strange thing to do, to see. Hey, OG. So these are one of my favorite buggies. It's an OFNA Hyper 7. Not a TQ. I think it's just a standard see how the car goes. Can't remember what deviation, what denomination that is, but. Hey, OG, I don't know how this will go. Everybody else seems to be jinxed today, so we'll see how everything goes today. See if I had any saboteurs show up. Seems to be following everybody today. Hey, Brett. So, the engine we'll be putting in this thing is a little bit weird for a buggy. This used to be my LRP .32 buggy that I've shown on videos multiple times. But the .32 I actually pulled out of this thing, and it's actually now living its life in my T3 Truggy. So this engine that we're going to put in this is a Losi M26 big block. This engine is one that came factory in an aftershock, so it's way overkill again. But what better to put it in this buggy than to replace the LRP that I took out. So this engine does run fantastic. It was in my one of my MGTs for a while, and it's kind of been turfed around multiple different kits. But what I did want to showcase with these, I know lots of people have had problems with the pull starts and whatnot on the Losi stuff. And by fucking around yesterday, I actually found out that the LRP and SH pull start and shaft fits the Losi engines. So I know that a lot of people don't particularly like that combo start on the back because they're so deep, that this is actually a good option. I just found that out by pissing around. Hey, Brent? Yeah, so I figured that this would be a good one to showcase for that. And then on the flip side, when I was pissing around yesterday, kind of mad scientist thing, I figured this out yesterday. So I built a spacer in behind here, and that is the Losi Rotostart on the back of an AE .21. So it actually works perfect. And because these are impossible to find now. You can't find an AE pull start to save your life anymore. So, but I have a whole bunch of these Roto starts from the Thunder Tiger stuff. But yeah, this works perfect. Now I'll show you. Woo! Yeah, got lots of compression. Anyway, rolls it over perfect. If I had a better grip on that, it wouldn't have done that. But, okay. Let's have a go here. This is a clutch, actually a Techno clutch that we're going to put on here. It's this is being entirely built out of bits that I've had laying around or in my collection of stuff. My fancy clutch holder tool, aka water pump pliers. go. Nice gap, no air gap there. Ooh. Need a little shim underneath there. I have to go digging for some shims. Ooh, that's pretty good. Just need a shim on the outside. Good, there should be one more shim there. By the looks of that. There, yeah, it's there. That looks better. No, the Techno makes this clutch, so does, it's the same clutch that you could buy for the Losis as well. I don't know, and the Reds clutch is almost identical, to be truthful. I don't know about the Kyosho one, OG, to be honest with you. There we go. That's nice. That bell's seen better days, but we'll see if it holds up. Oh, just noticed I'm gonna have to flip that carburetor around. A different wrench. It's a weird size nut. I don't know what size nut that is. Gotta find a socket. There it is. 6 mil. Where's my little hammer? So whenever I've seen lots of guys do these, if you don't tap the nut or the screw that comes out of there, they won't release. Guys will torque on the carburetor like a bastard and not realize that it's a taper lock bushing So if you tap the nut, or like if it's a hex, I prefer if it's the hex drive one, just give the screwdriver a little tap on the end and it drives it down. Then the carburetor comes out nice and easy. I kept hoping the weather would get better today, but it just kept getting shittier and shittier. There's that. I do like how these Hyper 7 engine mounts go together. The Offner ones, they're pretty user friendly. You're not having to fish nuts in through there. They kind of all go in with this tie rod in there, and then the nuts are captured in the mount. This should fit in this buggy because basically the LRP was set up almost identical to this engine that I had modified the chassis plate for. That's right, Compass, this one used to have an LRP in it. It doesn't anymore. There. It might be a bit steep of a clutch bell for this engine. That's a 13-tooth bell. That might be a bit small. I wonder if I should look for another bell, now that I think about this. 13 tooth might be a little bit high on the old RPM range for this thing. What do you guys think? You think a 13 will be too much? Hey, Rocky Mountain. 15? See what out. $17, $18, man, I got a shitload of 18s. And I got some pile of Traxxas clutch belt. Hey, bug. don't think that bell will work. You know, it's not deep enough. You know, I forgot. I got a brand new Losi one. I don't know if that'll work or not. They'll have to find bearings for it though. Nope. That will not work. Oh well, I guess it gets to 13 for now. We'll see how it does. It could be ridiculously low sped. Oh, hey, Joey. Thanks for coming. So just for you that show up, we're actually sticking this Losi M26 in this Hyper 7 buggy. I'm basically building it out of pieces that I had left over laying around. So it's gonna be a little bit weird. It'll be the Losi M26 and a CVP or CPV pipe that I actually got from Joe. Oh yeah, nothing's better than a big block. You know what they say, no replacement for displacement. Says every old car guy under the sun. Not that I don't like small block stuff, just maybe just because I got fucking massive hands, and the small stuff is a little bit more aggravating for me to hang on to. This engine did run really good when I had it in my Savage, or not Savage, MGT last time. Sorry, that's sacrilege to say that for you Savage people. I gotta set what everybody's favorite thing is. Gear mesh. This is how I set it. Everybody sets it a little bit differently. I always pinch that there. Just snug one up at a time. Go till you just hear the tick. There's the tick. Not enough. Ooh, that's a bit much. Ooh, perfect. I always check it as I go around. There. Not sure if you guys can hear that or not, but if you hold that, you can just hear it. Yeah, right. Now, my question is, are we going to stick with these two pipes, or should we do low-C straight? And do the low-C branded pipe. Yeah, that's the first time you've seen it set up like that, OG? That's how I've been doing it for years. Low-C engine, low-C pipe. Figure that would look best there. I think that would look best. Just now, coupling. I think we'll do an HBI coupling. A nice purple one to go with that. Yeah, actually this pipe, I believe, actually came off the truck that this engine came from. I think I'm gonna have to remake this exhaust hanger because it was a bitch when I had it on that before. I had to add a shim in just to get it to work right last time. It's funny, after John's live today, with his neighbor bitching at him, I came outside to do something else before my live, and my neighbors actually asked me, "You gonna run any RCs today?" And I said, "Probably not today with the rain." And they all looked sad. So it's kind of funny how one group goes from one thing to the other. Okay, let's see. Now this header, we're going to put on here. This is actually an original OFNA header, but the gouge, it pulled straight through. Actually, it did that on live on me when we were filming one day. So this hole still works, but this hole got pulled right through. So I made this collar and I drilled 2 holes in it so I can still use this pipe. So this pipe's still good. That should work. Okay, now for the fun part. I'm trying to get that exhaust spring on in there, which is going to be a real treat. Everybody's favorite, exhaust springs. Especially when you're old like me and OG, you can't see shit. I have glasses, OG. I just refuse to wear them. My wife gives me shit for that all the time. Holy crap, I got it. Right when it was falling off. I should turn that HPI symbol inside so it doesn't look like it's there. Ooh, that's a little long. You know? I wish that was back. A little more. I think I'm gonna have to trim that header. Or go with a shorter pipe. Even then, it's gonna be way out there. Kind of need to shorten that up. I think I'm gonna melt that coupling with it that long. I know you guys will give me shit for cutting this pipe. But I think I'm gonna. What do you guys think? I know it'll mess with the tune probably. I need about that much. Need about half an inch off that before to give me the room to get that tucked in there nicely. Because I think that CPV pipe will be the same. If I had another header, I'd use it, but I don't. Whoa, hold on. Whoa, there we go. I got a Savage header that'll fit on there. Let's do that. Ooh, that doesn't work so good with that pull start though. That'll melt that cable. Yeah, I don't have another one, OG. This one, but this is meant for a roto start. So if I use this, it's gonna really lay on that string, and I think it'll burn that string off. I think I'm just gonna cut this one. There's no loss because it's kind of junky anyway. Okay, let's make this happen. Don't let fear or common sense stand in the way. Sorry it took so long. Just dress up the burr edges. Oh God, no, I wouldn't cut the pipe. Like I said, this header's seen better days anyway. No, I wouldn't touch the pipe. There we go. Ooh. That was good. Blew that right into my eyeballs. Oh, that'll fit in there better. That's more like it. What if I got a shorter coupling? There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Hey, on the guys, we're working on a Hyper 7 today. Putting a Losi engine in a Hyper 7. And I get the fun of putting this spring back on again. See if I get lucky twice, but I doubt it. There, got it. There's that. There. Now, you can build a hanger. Then some zip tie. How's that look, fellas? think that looks all right. We're close to that fuel tank. That's a fat bastard, that thing. So, what I got for some hanging material. I had a piece sitting here somewhere. What did I do with that piece? There it is. Okay. Now I think I just need to mimic this. Yeah, I just need to mimic this thing, but it's not this tiny. This is why I like bicycle spokes. Anybody that lives in an area where they have a whole bunch of bicycle shops, just go there when they're doing a re-rim and grab some. Usually they're happy to give them to you. There. See how that goes. I'll cut that a little long until we're done, then we'll trim it off after. Safety squint. You laugh, I've gone and grabbed them out of the dump, Luke. Yeah, I keep running over kids so I can get their bicycles. Hey? That's not how you're supposed to do it? That's pretty good there. Tighten this up. Actually, this buggy's got a funny story. It's funny that Luke was on here because this is the one, I actually got this buggy from Luke in a million pieces. And then I built it out of parts that I had. So it's actually got some interesting heritage. Come on, get on there. There. Now, get some zip ties. Tighten this up. Tighten this up before I forget. Just clearing that tank. There. See if I can see these work. Mm-hmm. That one grip good. One at the back. Man, I wish it wasn't pissing outside. There. There. Now, I'm gonna try and find something to rob some radio gear out of, because I took the radio gear out of this thing for my, or did I take the radio gear out of this? I can't remember. No, I don't think I did. I got it confused with the hot bodies. I took the radio out of it. Okay, I guess I gotta run some fuel lines. There. There. What do you guys think? That should be interesting with that engine in there. You can see how it rolls, I guess. Nicely. I've never actually put this engine in a buggy before. You know, that's one thing, Bob, I've never actually managed to blow up a diff in and off the buggy. And I've put some ridiculous engines in off the buggies, and I've never managed to blow one up yet. Not the center diff, not the end diffs. I do regular maintenance on them, but I've never taken one out yet. I don't know, there's just the old Offness stuff was pretty bomb proof. You should see if the radio gear is going to work for this thing. I wonder if it's this one. Let's see. Yep. No, it's not this one. Hector 20. Techno. Did this one have its own radio? That's what happens when you get 50 of them. You can't remember which was which. Hang on a sec. I gotta check. Nope, not that one. Oh well. I don't want to reset all the settings in that in this remote though. I'll just make it model 13. If you can't remember, just reprogram. Fuck it. Steering's in the right direction. There. I'll set the name later. There. Do we see if it'll run? What do you guys think? I don't know how well this pipe's gonna hang on there, but we'll try it. You know, this one might have even been better. You wanna see it run? We should probably turn the exhaust fan on. Oh, shit, I forgot to put the power back in. On the line. Oh, we did. There. All right. A little bit of thaw. Just a smidge. With the old RCBJ. Fuel. Did it glow igniter? I said the last time this engine ran, it was in an MGT. This is a wildly different beast. Sounds cool. Quite a deep sound to it. Warm up a bit. Bring that idle down a bit. Wow. I got the exhaust system running for it. Purpose. There's a big exhaust fan over there pulling the air out. Not bad. For something we built out of parts. I'll leave the exhaust fan going for a minute. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Hey, Kim. I don't know how bad I'm gonna have to butcher the body to get it on there. Hopefully not at all. It was tuned up for the for that 0.32 LRP, so this should fit pretty decently. That's no slouch. I'm pretty impressed with that. You laugh. I almost put something really bizarre in there, just for shits and giggles. I was actually almost put this in there, this F5.9, just because I thought about sticking that monstrosity in there, just to, and then sticking a huge bell on it, just cause. See, the body should fit, I guess, eh? You think that'd be too much, OG? Somebody's got to do it. Fits. Yes, that's your 5.9. There it is. Focus. Focus. That 5.9 is it's a torquey engine, but it runs at a RPM really quickly. It just kind of flattens out, and it's kind of dead. Yeah, exactly, Joe. It's not. It's not a bad engine, but it's not very fast. Its RPM is pretty low. It builds everything really low, and then runs at a stomp early. Let me turn the exhaust fan off here. Hold on. Oh. Interesting. Well, that's cool, OG, if you can get some 1/5. Like I said, I've been procrastinating on the 1/5 stuff just because, like I said, my neighbors all really enjoy the nitro stuff, and I don't want to piss them off. And my whole collection is geared around nitro, so I don't really want to mess with it too bad. So I think I'm just going to stick to what I'm doing. Lots of guys are like, "You need 1/5, you need 1/5," and I'm just kind of like, I'll pass. And I mean, I have been on the, I'm also a certified small engine mechanic, and I did work on a ton of weed eater engines and lawnmowers and this, that, and the other thing. And I have no interest in going back that way again. I've spent way too many hours on the end of a pull start of a shitty fucking weed eater that doesn't want to start. And I'm sure that Luke can attest to the same thing. They're cool and all, and they're neat and they're big and all that other stuff, and you know, like yeah, if I was going to get anything, I think I'd get that, what is that Predator or whatever, that gigantic 1/5 scale truck. I think you've seen it a couple times in some hybrids videos. The other thing I wanted to kind of go over now, I don't know if any of you have ever watched my video on one-way bearings, just to save yourself some money. I did go over it in one of my videos, and I don't know if anybody wants to see how I do that or not, just for shits and giggles, just to show one. I know that, yeah, Ceraminator, that's it, yeah, and it's $5,000 US, which is like $1 million Canadian. Does anybody want to see how I do one-way bearings? Just if you're looking to save yourself some money, just so you don't have to buy a whole bunch of different kinds of one-way bearings, just to be able to have them so that you can work on stuff. I mean, it's just a good way to save yourself some money. Okay. So this tool I built, this is an old one-way bearing. So this is just a cheap, like House of Tools, Princess Auto, wherever you live. It's just a cheap punch that I made this shaft down to the same size, and literally all I did was stick it in my drill press and then plane this down until it was the same size, so it just fits in the one-way bearing. See, just like that. And you want to make sure that you pick a punch that is just under the size of the one-way bearing. And then it has a nice shoulder to sit on. Because I've seen people drive these one-way bearings out without doing that. Just see there, see that's slightly underneath of that size? I think this is 10 mil, and this I think I got it down around 8 mil. But you see that there? So this will let you pound out the old one and pound in the new one. So here, and I'll show you. So then you can buy these generic sleeves of bearings. All these are extra one-way bearings. This whole thing was like $12. So for all these one-way bearings. So you can get these. They're just Japanese one-way bearings. They're not from a manufacturer, so there's no markup on them. So, and then you can take like, so there's a Losi one, there's a Losi one right there. So that's the same as an SH, same as a Losi, right? So if you need to change that bearing, so you see how it has the writing on the one side, no writing on the other side. Just take that there. I'll flip you guys around just so you can see what I'm doing. This way, you can just see what I'm doing here. Take you to the vise. So then the only thing you gotta watch is which direction the writing is. So there'll be writing on one side. So on this particular one, the writing faces the back plate, right? So you just make sure, so I'll put this in the vise. Don't clamp the shit out of it, because you don't want to mark it up. Right, you just want it to hold it. Drive that out through. There's your old one-way bearing. Put your new one on here, like that. Then you put it in there. Drive it down kind of about where it was sitting before. Usually it's about flush on one side and protruding on the other. And there you go. There's a one-way bearing change. This works for Traxxas, SH, HPI, any of those ones. It's just, there's just a different collar in each one. But if you just do it with a socket, you'll fold the lip over and it's full of plastic inside with these tiny little needle bearings, and you'll fuck that bearing up, guaranteed. So find yourself a punch. This was literally like $5 at an automotive store. Like, just, you can go to any auto parts store, you can find these, just a roll pin punch. Like, it started, I'll show you what it started out life looking like. So it just would have started out life looking like that, right? This is obviously a bigger one. I actually bought a whole set for $20. So, like I said, if anybody's interested, I can you can message me, and I can send you the link for them. I just bought them off of Amazon, literally. Yeah, like it's something. It saves you a lot of money. Like it takes no time, and it saves you a lot of money. Like especially when you get up into a larger collection of RC cars, you know, the last thing you want to do is spend a whole bunch of money for a whole bunch of different kinds of one-way bearings. You know, like it works on all the different ones. Like I said, don't have any other ones handy because they're all in engines. But yeah, like the one that's on this SH was a prime example. It was knackered. The one in that it was the one in that AE engine. It was done. Actually, that's this one right here. And it was, when I took the engine apart, it had a bunch of needles inside. So just so you know, like I said, that's safe. Any of you guys, all you need is a vise or a good place to put it. I mean, if you had to, I guess you could put it in a socket and you could pound it out through and flip it around and pound it back in. But it's just like, even if you bought yourself a cheap hobby vise and put it on the floor, you could do it if you had to. But yeah, you don't quite need as big a vise as I got going on there, because this is, you know, it's overkill, because I used to do a lot of work on automotive stuff. So that's just, I just have my tooling is overkill for most people. So yeah, I'm a heavy equipment mechanic by trade, and as well as a small engine mechanic, as well as a millwright. So I've done lots of different kinds of work on lots of things. So I have way more tools. I have 9 toolboxes in here that are all full of shit. Did you, Joe? You got one of these now finally? That's good. You know, it like I said, it's just a good way to save yourself some money. Like, if you get a whole bunch of different kinds, it works for everything. I haven't found a one-way bearing yet that isn't the same dimensionally sized bearing. And the other thing you gotta be careful of, like this collar, before I figured out this tool, so this particular collar that's sitting in my collection of stuff is actually, oh, no, this isn't the one. Oh, no, this is the one. It's actually cracked. And I did it when, it was an LRP, and then I did it with a Rotostart. Yeah, it caught backwards and just it busted the one-way bearing, the housing. And I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't start. So what do you guys think? You into doing some more maintenance today? I got another one that I gotta kind of do some work too. I wasn't sure if everybody was live streamed out with John's good one, and then Brett's and all the other ones that have been going on lately. Make sure it's on the bottom. Jeez, oh man. Oops. Pick that up in a minute. No loss there. It's actually just an old AM receiver. Hopefully that still works. Oh, shy one battery went flying somewhere. Well, just gonna make sure I find that before my dog does. And these old AM radios are tough as nails. I'm gonna do something that I know that this should be, it's just fun to piss off Traxxas. So the servo on this is dead. On the throttle servo it's locked up solid. I have an HPI servo I'm actually gonna stick in here, which is, I kind of think is funny, given the rivalry between HPI and Traxxas. This is that one that I got from the swap meet. Which, so the rest of the servos all came back to life except for this throttle servo, which is absolute garbage. This is a friend of mine's truck. And these HPI servos are actually the ones that the Nitro Addiction had sent me with that buggy. And this thing's clean. For all original gear, there's not even a speck of dirt in there. You know, lots of guys shit on these old T-Maxes, but they are some of the OG stuff, okay? How did I do that? There it is. What the hell? There it is. Man, couldn't do that again if I tried. And that, of course. We'll get that in a second. Should be one more screw around here somewhere. There it is. At least that one moves. That other one on there was just locked up solid. One servo chain. Let's see. Oh, it works now. It reverse is a little twitchy. Hey Jeannie, thanks for coming. Just changed the servo that was toast in there. This servo is, I've never seen one this screwed up. Now I don't know who else does this, but I actually save these ends. Every once in a while you'll have a disastrous episode and you'll rip the end of the servo leads off. And or you need to make a battery adapter. Sometimes they're handy to keep. Not the servo, just the lead. I know I'm a little bit of a hoarder, but sometimes that stuff will make your difference. The difference between you running on a Sunday or not running on a Sunday. There. That one should be ready to run. It could use a bit of a cleanup. Just and now, while I got everybody's attention there, we talked about kind of on John's live about running in the wintertime. So I'll show you, because I live in the mountains. So this is what I have built, just for the winter running, and just this is my wash table. So basically, it's just I built 4 legs, welded it together. It's just a piece of expanded metal grating. And then this is a Rubbermaid bin that just kind of, so this catches all the water. Take this out, and you just dump it out, you know, so you can put them on there and let them dry out, or let them just kind of drip dry or whatever. And then I bought an extra one of those $20 stands just to put there. And then a little wooden tray there with the cup is for your, just for your clips and wheel nuts and stuff, so you can take it apart, just kind of let it all dry out. But then I just use my compressed air just to blow it all out. But this way it doesn't put shit everywhere in the garage and make a big mess. So it's just what I do. Because I used to end up with a big lake all over the floor, and it just makes a big mess. You could do this just about anywhere. You could even buy one of those cheap wash tables, like wash basins, and just put a piece of grating over top of it. But yeah. And then I put a backsplash on it just so that it doesn't blow it all over the benches, and put it everywhere. Yeah, just like I said, just kind of what I do. You guys can all kind of do your own things, but just like to share any ideas for people as you go, and it seems to work really well. So. Yeah, like I run a lot of my monster trucks in the wintertime. The buggies mostly get parked over the winter, but the monster trucks I do run a lot in the snow. And like I said, Bob, you can make that just about out of anything, as long as you got something for it to drain down into. And it's just 2 pieces of angle iron that the Rubbermaid bin slides into. But the amount of shit that saves is amazing. Plus, the amount of times that I've dropped clips and shit down into that thing and actually been able to find them later is amazing. Yeah, I use a lot of simple green. Actually, that's a good point. Thanks, Compass. I was actually brought that up in one of John's live too. You guys kind of laughed at me, but this is actually what I use, and it works really well. Like I buy these at Costco. I mean, you guys can laugh if you want, but I buy like a 5-pack of these things for like 20 bucks. And this shit works fantastic. It doesn't hurt the rubber. It doesn't hurt any of the seals. It takes all the grease and oil off. It works great. It worked great. I used to use foaming foaming Windex, and this works even better. And it's safe for the bodies. Doesn't wreck the decals. It doesn't do anything like that. So it works really good. Yeah, and like I said, you can buy big packages of it at here. I'll show you how big a pack you can get from Costco. There, that's like, I think it's like $7.99 or something like that. So, and that does a great job. And you foam it on there, and then it foams up real nice. Just leave it sit, and then it comes out nice and clean. I agree, Bob. Snows anytime now. When I looked at my doorbell camera at 2:30 in the morning, we had 3 inches of snow. And then when I got up this morning, it was all gone. So it's only a matter of time before it stays. And then when you look up at the top of the mountains, they're all frost tipped now. Like they're all white capped already. Or you can also wash jars come down from the top down, and you start seeing it kind of drop down, and before you know it, you're in a snow belt. Well, guys, I'm kind of at the end of what I needed to do today. I'm not going to actually run anything outside because it's still pissing like crazy out there. I do appreciate everybody coming. If everybody would kind of smash the like button on the way out the door, it'd be fantastic. And I will see everybody next Sunday. Hopefully, we can run some stuff, hopefully, and have some fun. And I have run that LRP powered druggie a bunch since our last live, and it's working fantastic. So hopefully we can get some better weather and have some fun and burn some fuel. Oh, that reminds me, I left fuel in that buggy, so I got to take that out of there. Okay, everybody. Well, you have a great weekend, and the remainder of your weekend. I'm actually off tomorrow yet, so I still get a 4-day weekend. So I just took taking some holidays. Everybody have a great Sunday, and have a good one. And hopefully you can get out and do some running, and if not, get out and fix everything that you broke today. Okay, everybody have a great one. Thanks.